This was probably one of the most creative rebrand campaigns we've ever worked on. The client came to us with a vision of incorporating lab elements with fashion runway and clean girl aesthetic. Take a look at how we brought this to life. The team at the Beauty Fridge came to us wanting to rebrand to the Beauty Fix. We did a half-day shoot in a studio with 2 models. We also had the client there on the day who helped out and was able to be a hand model for some of the shots that we needed to capture. And then for the product-only shots, we captured these at a later time. The client had 3 main goals with this project. The first being the obvious rebrand. The second was they wanted to improve customer experience on the website. As soon as people landed on their website, they wanted them to immediately know what the brand was about, what products they sold, and what their vibe was. And lastly, they needed content that communicated how premium and high-end their products were, and so they knew they couldn't just shoot this on a phone themselves. During pre-production, we confirmed a few key focus points for each product and then came up with shots that would tick all of these boxes. For example, they wanted to showcase the different size options available for the fridges, and they also wanted to show roughly how many products could fit within the fridges. So to do this, we set them up side by side, showcased them empty and then full of products. And so we were able to communicate how big they were, how many products could fit in, all within a 2-second clip. We used a few different lighting concepts throughout this project, but it was primarily high key lighting, which is pretty typical for beauty shoots. We used one of their branding colors when we wanted to add a splash of color to the frame, and to add more motion to some of the shots, we also did light sweeps. The talent had 2 different looks for the day, a stylized look with creative hair and makeup, and then more of a clean, refined look with carefully selected outfits for both. During the planning phases, we found out that the client thought we would be able to shoot alongside the photographer. Sometimes it's possible, but in this instance, it wasn't going to be. Zach was using flash. The flash of the light would have completely ruined all our video footage. And with this client wanting their brand and products to look super premium, having a flash going off, throughout the footage, it doesn't scream that. And that kind of threw a spanner in the works for the client because they had their eyes set on a specific budget. So then they had to extend studio hire. They had to hire the models for longer. So we jumped on a call with the client and tried to figure out the best way to approach this. So we helped create a bit of a run sheet for the client so that both video and photo could capture the creative and the clean look as well. When shooting products with models in a cyclorama studio, there's only so many different shots you can capture before they all start to look the same. We were creating 4 individual videos for the products and then a combined video that had shots of all of the products in one. So we wanted to make sure that when we were shooting the products, we changed props, we changed the scene, we changed the outfits so that all the footage wouldn't look the same in that combined video. What really elevated the production of this shoot was the props. The client had organized heaps. Plinths, chairs, tarps. They even spray painted old empty makeup products so that they could put them in the fridge, and the branding or the color of what they were originally wasn't going to ruin the aesthetic of the campaign. So there was one shot that was really difficult to capture, and it was this selfie kind of shot in the mirrored fridge. So many things just had to be perfect. Focus had to be perfect. I had to not be visible in the mirror. The studio backdrop had to not be visible. So I was moving, the model was moving, and it just wasn't working. In the end, what we did is took a print screen on the phone with the camera app open and just had that print screen on the phone. So then all I had to do was just work the angle so I wasn't in the mirror in the fridge, but everything on the phone was perfect. And honestly, it worked perfectly. We were super stoked with how this one turned out. And as you can see, so was the client. Let us know what you think of this project.